here.
I don't want this darn.
I got wires going all over
Sorry,
the place.
part of my
No,
reach.
You're fine. You're fine. You're fine.
And then we can probably
Stick it
swing
in the
this
belt.
behind your gun.
Stick it in the belt.
And then you want to clip this or throw this in your pocket.
Right here.
Actually, hold on.
That'll do.
I would,
All right, there you go.
it's got my clip.
You got it. We good there?
Yes, thanks, ma'am.
Is it on?
It's on.
I couldn't see. I couldn't. Number. You got it? Okay.
You want anything?
All right, everybody ready? All right, good morning. Thank you everyone for joining us again. Today we welcome back Trooper Toni Schuck. She's been out on light duty and recovering from her injuries sustained from the March 6th Skyway Bridge incident. Again, very happy to have her back. I know that she's happy to be back as well, so we wanted to make sure that you guys were all aware of it because we've had so much interest here in the Bay Area, across the state, the country, and even across the world. So want to keep this story being shared to the public. So thank you for all your attention, for all your support, and all the things that everyone, the public, has done to support the Highway Patrol and especially Trooper Schuck. So here's Trooper Schuck to answer any of your questions.
Good morning. A little bit different since the last time I met y'all. Today's my first day back to work. I am super excited. It's been a little bumpy road for me, but the recovery has been good. I was released back to full duty, and that's what I plan to do, is go back to full duty. Be here patrolling the roads once again in our Troop C Tampa Bay area. We'll be doing commercial vehicle inspections, especially the hazmat, so all our hazmat drivers, I'm back. And other than that, I appreciate my agency. They have supported me 100%. Our leadership, all of our local support staff has been awesome. The outpour from the community, like Sergeant Gaskin said, whether it was local, state, nation, and also globally, it's been awesome. I'm just happy to have a positive light for law enforcement and also women in law enforcement. So I'll be back at it, and if you guys have any questions.
Can you talk a little bit about your recovery in general since March? It's been a couple months.
It has been a couple months. It was, at first it was hard. You have a lot of soreness. I'm not going to get into the injury part of it, but physical therapy and doctor visits, chiropractor visits have helped a lot. So, like I said, it's been a process. Bumpy in the beginning, but it smoothed out enough to where I was able to come back to full duty.
How are you feeling today?
I feel really good. I'm excited. I'm really excited.
And can you talk about, I know Kristen Watts, was deemed incompetent to stand trial just last week. What are your thoughts about that?
So I have mixed feelings, but obviously it's part of the process, the judicial process. I'm okay with that. I'm glad that it's an inpatient process that she's going to go through, where she's going to get the help that she needs. It will draw out or delay, the judicial process for us. But again, I'm glad she's inpatient, she's not out, and she's going to get the help that she needs.
What does it mean for you to be back in your uniform, back on the streets, patrolling, doing what you love?
It feels great. It really does. I've been really looking forward to this. Part of my recovery was, I wasn't working, and then I went to light duty, and I was at the station, and the guys are running in and out, and I'm like, take me. But again, it was all part of the process, and I'm just glad I got to where I am, to where I could come back to full duty.
Over the last couple months, have you had time to reflect on everything that's happened and the reaction from people worldwide to what happened?
Yeah, every day I reflect. In the beginning, the support was overwhelming. Letters, flowers, calls, texts, emails, it was crazy. It slowly dwindled down, which I'm thankful. I appreciate all the outpour, but I had to come back to reality. I'm a trooper. I work commercial vehicle. I inspect those large trucks, and that's what I feel comfortable doing. But you reflect every day, and like I've said before, I'm glad it was me. I'm glad that nobody else got hurt, and it's my job, and I felt I did what I had to do.
And you were just talking about how you changed the perspective of law enforcement, you changed the perspective of women in law enforcement. What
you know, there's a lot of press about law enforcement, and unfortunately, a lot of it is negative. Just realize, I didn't know who was on that bridge. It didn't matter what color, what ethnicity, what language they spoke. I was there to protect all of them. It didn't matter. And so, you know, we take this oath, and for myself, I regard it very highly. For women in law enforcement, I hope there's a little girl that, you know, can see this and see, you know, when I started, I was young, and I didn't think I would be able to do a full career, because it was hard. You know, you're going to get against people on the side of the road, and it's scary at first. But you build that thick skin, you build the confidence, you keep it with your training, and then, you know, hopefully I can see a little girl, you know, wave at her, smile at her, and she sees that, you know, we're doing it out here, and you know, maybe somebody will follow in that path.
Back in March, we had asked you if you felt like a hero, because so many people have called you the hero trooper. Well, what do you think when people come up to you today and say you're a hero, you're the hero trooper of Tampa Bay?
My response is the same. I appreciate it, but it was my job to do. I would do it over again. I don't know if I would do it again in the Charger, but yeah, it was my job, and if they still want to call the hero, that's great again, but it was my job.
Trooper, one of the most interesting parts of this whole story has been the Bible that your grandmother gave you.
Yes, ma'am.
And I wonder, in your moments of reflection, I think of my grandmother every time I think of you telling that story. What kind of wisdom would your grandmother have for you today?
You're going to get me emotional on that one. I think she'd be proud. I do. My uncle was also a law enforcement officer. He was a trooper with the Highway Patrol. Did his 25, 26 years. So she passed away before I even graduated high school. So she didn't know what career field I was going into. But I think that she'd be proud. And I know she's watching over. Yeah.
How has this been for your family?
Yeah. So it's been a whirlwind for them too. You know, the husband, he's in law enforcement as well. He's he's a sergeant with the Pasco Sheriff's Office, and so he knows, you know, what comes with the territory. But the attention and the support, you know, it's, you know, he's happy, and he's been a great support system for me too, along with everybody else in my family. Is that it?
You talk about just kind of like you said, you know, sitting there, you know, behind your desk, not being able to go out with everybody. That itch that kind of kept growing and growing and growing every day until you got to today.
Yeah, so I started doing off duty, I don't know, maybe about a month and a half ago, and we typically, you know, we drive by ourselves, we're out on the road on ourselves, and I knew, you know, starting my career, that I wasn't going to be able to sit behind a desk. I knew I'd have to be out doing something. So law enforcement is, you know, out on the road, interacting with people, you know, inspecting those hazmat trucks, making sure they're safe for our citizens in the state of Florida. And, you know, the itch was there. The itch was there even after the crash. You know, I knew that I wasn't going to be able to come back. But in my heart, you know, I knew I was going to fight to get back as far as the recovery process.
And so you'll be in your patrol vehicle starting today?
Yeah. So I'm in a patrol car today. It's going to be a Charger. I don't have a Tahoe right now because it was a specialty unit. It has to be rebuilt. So it's going to take a little bit of a process. But yeah, I'll be out here.
And just for clarity, this is your first official day back to work.
First official day. Anybody else? We good? All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate it.